Did you have a chance to review my tape? Well, I'm glad you liked it. Right, I had a good editor. Pardon me? Oh, I understand. No, you just keep the tapes on file. Don't apologize. It's part of the business. Thank you. Well, they liked what they saw, but they hired a network man out of L.A.
Sorry about that, Dad.
Me too, Dad.
Yeah, I really wanted that one. Well, it just means the Lord's got something better in mind.
Come on, why don't we sit down? Everything's ready.
Lori, I'm not very hungry right now. Why don't you and Peter go ahead without me, okay?
Ah, come on, Dad.
Peter?
Oh, Scott, you scared me.
How'd it go?
Well, Mr. Patterson wouldn't take his sedative. Nurse Simpson was fired after being late twice in a row, and Bobby Clark put baseball cards in the spokes of his wheelchair and flapped my ears to death. All in all, it was your typical night.
Overtime again?
Well, we need the money.
Who's complaining?
I am.
Come here. I missed you.
Did you hear from the station in Arlington?
They said I was smooth and professional, that I exuded credibility and confidence,
Oh, Scott.
and that the position had already been filled.
Well, so we wait for something better.
I know. I'll tell you what's funny. In between my news stories and tracking people all over town, the deadlines, my arguments with John, all the pressures, I begged for some time alone to think. And now that I have the time, all I can think of is I wish I had something better to do with my time than think.
Oh, Scott, cheer up. You know we'll be taken care of.
Well, my heart knows. But my head hasn't decided yet. I hate to sound like a chauvinist, Terry, but I don't like being unemployed. I hate seeing you work 12 hours a day while I'm sitting home watching the evening news with faces I don't recognize on a set I know all about.
You're being too proud.
Don't counsel me. Not now.
Honey, God is working on you in a very special way. He's dealing with things right now that are a lot more important than paychecks and careers.
I've made some mistakes lately. A little hot-headed at times. I try to get them out of my mind like throwing junk up in an attic, but I just can't get rid of them.
What do you mean? What mistakes?
Oh, just mistakes. The way I've been acting lately, things I've said and done.
Do you want to talk about it?
Not now.
I love you, Scott. We're going to get through this.
Look at you. You've had a hard day. Tired, frustrated, probably. And yet you stand there and listen to me talk this way. I can see you love me. It's love.
It's open.
Hey, lady.
Hey, man.
I like that. What you doing? Looking for a job?
Nope.
Garage sale.
No.
And what are you looking for?
A home. Someplace to live.
You moving out? I thought you were gonna stay.
That was BYFL.
What?
Before your fight with Lori.
She's coming back here, huh?
Yep, soon.
I agree, then. I don't want you here with her.
Well, then help me find someplace to live.
Oh, come on. Mid-semester? No way. Not on this campus.
Okay, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we put Lori in your room and you can move in here with me?
Sounds real good to me.
Yeah. The hour's late, Russ. Don't start anything that you can't finish, all right?
I promise.
Yeah.
I won't.
Come on, this isn't helping me find someplace.
All right. I'll just shoot on back to my room, and won't we both be happy?
Oh, come on. You know I'd love for you to stay. It's just around here everybody knows everything.
Oh, well, who cares about that? Go, let's get a place together, you and me. We'll move off campus. Two can live as cheaply as one, right?
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, I am serious. I'm very serious. If we're gonna grow together, and if we're gonna find out if we've really got something going, then we gotta give ourselves the opportunity, right? Come on. Trust me, we'll do it.
You know I trust you.
You're going to learn this, Peter. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, hand me that egg.
I'll have cereal.
Can't live on that all your life.
Well, just until Dad gets a job and Mom gets back home again.
Well, you can't live at home for the rest of your life either.
No, sister dear. I'm going to college where they're going to feed me for 4 years, then I'm going to get married. Look, you think I'm lazy, but I got this whole thing.
Now you hold the egg like this. You crack it against the side of the bowl. Now gently crack the shell, then drop the egg into the bowl. Try it.
Will you give me my crackling crazies and leave me alone?
No. Stir.
I don't know why Mom can't be doing this.
Because she got home late last night, around midnight. And she's got a full day again today.
And how about Dad?
More interviews.
You sure take the daily routine for granted.
I know.
When you go back to Kingsley?
I'm not sure. Soon, I hope.
You and Russ are, kaput. Right?
We can still be friends.
Oh, boy, how many times have I heard that phrase? Yeah, I like you, Peter, but can't we just be friends?
Well, I'm sure you've used it as much as you've heard it.
Yeah, behind me is a long string of broken hearts from many a fair maiden. And
Well-
some not so fair.
This is the voice of experience speaking. Don't rush into anything. When your heart says no, don't force something out of nothing.
Experience? Look, I don't want to be mean, but, you haven't been able to keep anybody for more than 10 months or so, right?
Russ and I went together for over a year.
What happened to you and Russ? Now, I know about him and Becky, but I mean, what happened? Makes me kind of mad, really. But with all the talk around here about forgiveness and stuff, you'd think you'd take him back. Start over again. You said you loved him.
You really want to know what happened, Peter? The Lord's at the center of my life. And at the center of Russ's life is Russ. When two people fall in love and get married, they become one person. And one person can only have one center. Everyone will think it's because of what happened with Becky. But that just made me face what I was trying to ignore.
Really? What's that?
Infatuation isn't the best ingredient for marriage.
Well, all the lumps are gone.
Here, pour out 4. The griddle's hot.
Okay.
Easy, huh?
Yeah. I've always been one to learn quickly. I'm gonna have to tell Julie that I'm more than a handsome face or a brilliant mind. I can cook, too.
Okay, come on. I haven't heard that name before. Fill me in.
What, Julie Sawyer? Well, maybe you should sit down for this one.
Oh, I'll take my chances.
Julie Sawyer is more than a cheerleader. She's a cheerleading captain. You know, you'd think all she has to do is walk down the hall with 2 front-line gorillas on each arm.
But she took pity on you, right?
Hey, this could be serious.
How long have you known her?
5 days. Look, time doesn't matter when you're in love.
Peter, I just explained what really matters in a relationship.
Look, I'm not gonna force into anything.
Peter.
No, she's not in the Sunday school choir, but that doesn't mean she's untouchable.
Peter. When they start bubbling, take this and flip them over. I promised Mom I'd wake her up at 8:15.
She is a cute girl.
Uh-huh.
You're too old to understand teenagers.
I heard that.
in here.
Diamonds don't break.
Did you get my wardrobe boxes?
Yes.
What about the makeup cases?
Oh, yes, all 4 of them. There go my illusions. I thought all your beauty was natural.
Knock it off, Norman. I don't have a thing on now, and you can't keep your eyes off of me. I'm beat.
Yeah, ordering the helper on all day is tough work.
What about my vanity?
From what I can see, you still got it.
I mean the dress.
I know. I brought it in. You know, Mim, this new casual look of yours, it's not all bad.
I said I was tired.
Well, then sleep through the afternoon. I'll be back at 7 tonight.
Norman, I have to unpack.
Well, not right away. You're not going anywhere.
Well, you can say that again.
Well, now, how are we getting along?
Swimmingly.
I've just unloaded all of Miriam's personal belongings, Mrs. Carpenter.
Well, that's wonderful, Norman. I had no idea it would go so smoothly.
Yes, and we do have Norman to thank for that. Now, why don't you go, come back another time when we can visit after we're unpacked?
What about tonight?
No.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you, Mrs. Carpenter. And that is a lovely outfit.
Oh. Well, thank you, Norman. And sometime soon you must come and dine with us.
Okay, I'd like that. Bye, Min.
Well, now, that's quite a romantic young gentleman.
He's an oversexed, undereducated pipsqueak.
And those qualities you use to your advantage.
Come over and dine with us, Norman. Mother, you would have to teach him how to use utensils first.
Well, I feel sympathetic towards the young man. You use him unmercifully.
Oh, he knows what he's doing. I don't make any promises.
Anymore.
Well, won't you look at this? You're doing it again.
What?
Oh, it's just the same thing as when I moved in with you before, when I returned to Lake Forest. Remember, you defended Paul as though he were your own son at that point. Now you seem to have taken this dishonorably discharged, expelled, ex-drug runner completely under your wing.
Well, I defend those people who have no one to turn to.
Unless they're your daughter.
I've taken you back, Miriam.
Oh, yes, and you've really enjoyed that, haven't you? Daddy and I have gotten just what we deserved, right?
Miriam, for months you have seen my forgiving, my patient side. But you push me too far, and I can turn just as fast as you can. Now, those boxes were carried in easily, they can be carried out just as easily.
You wouldn't do that.
You have 18 seconds to apologize, Miriam.
Mother! Mother, I'm sorry.
Careful, Miriam.
Right, Mr. Dunlap. I'm as good with the hard news as I am with human interest stories. Sure, I've got references as far back as when I wrote Byline for it. Excuse me? Well, the station's under new management, so there aren't as many people there now who would know my work. Listen, I can send a tape and it'll speak for itself. Yeah, a short tape. Then I'll drop it in the mail for you. Okay. Thanks, Mr. Dunlap. I'll be in touch. Thank you, Mr. Dunlap, for giving me 2 minutes out of your precious schedule. How'd it go?
Oh, 8 hours of work is wonderful exercise.
Oh, Mom, don't give me silver linings. Do you know what he asked me when I offered him an audition tape? How long is it? I should have said 3 minutes, Mr. Dunlap, but you can view it in 35 seconds. All you have to do is push the fast-forward button.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, all this pleading and begging has worked up a man-sized appetite. How long is the tape?
Ham and cheese oven melted.
Yeah, with a glass of milk and a pickle, please.
How about a side order, some good news? I got some if you're willing to hear it.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I got a lead on a job for you.
In news?
Better than news. I know Ethel Jeffries.
That lady who works down at Hargrave's Laundromat?
One and the same.
No, she's really got a lot of pull in this town, Mom.
She just happened to be Stan Master's sister. You know, he's the security guard down there at the arcade.
Mom, some of the circles you travel in,
Oh,
I tell you.
James, Stan's father-in-law works down at the furniture factory down there at Mello. And his nephew, Manfred Washington, he just happened to work down at the county offices. Manfred knows Sam Marshall, director of planning and development.
Director of Planning and Development, huh?
They need a field man, an assistant.
No. No way. Nope.
Well, I thought it was right up your alley.
Yeah, the last time I was in an alley, I was mugged. And working for Sam Marshall sounds like it could be worse.
Oh, Gene, all the time you spent down at the station, you know this town like the back of your hand.
The back of my black hand, Mama.
Oh, why do you always pull that out when I'm trying to help?
Well, why do you ignore it every time you make the suggestion?
Gene, they've got all kinds of people working down there at the county offices. Do you know how many?
Yeah, you give me the government quarters and I can tell you how many, Mom.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to apply.
I'm a newsman, Mom, okay?
You're a servant of the public.
No. I never played that altruistic trip on anyone.
Well, why did you risk your life almost busting that drug ring?
Scott conned me into it, okay?
Nobody cons Gene Redlawn into doing anything. He does what he pleases.
Yes, and he's not pleased to shake hands and draw maps for the county planner either.
You don't know what the job involves, Gene.
It's not for me, okay?
Why don't you give it a chance, Gene? You've a talent. You see problems like nobody else sees them. You report the news as it is, not as folks want to hear it and see it. Gene, you take that talent out of the newsroom and you take it down there to the county offices and you can help people directly. Who knows, maybe those years at WRD, maybe it was a trial run for this very job.
That'd be a glorified gopher, Mom.
Well, it beats sticking your head in the sand like an ostrich. Gene, you will give it a chance, won't you?
Yeah. About that ham and cheese.
Are they good?
Hi, Francis.
May I join you?
Sure, sit down. Want some?
Oh, no, the grease isn't good for my digestive tract. Do you have any coleslaw?
No, I'm sorry.
Becky, are you going to move out of the dorm? Is that true?
Yeah. Well, life goes on, Francis. I mean, you can't step in the same river twice. Huh?
Where are you going to move to?
I'm not sure yet.
You're not going to live alone. I mean, that would be a change for you. You're such a people person.
No, you're going to find out sooner or later. Russ and I are going to move. Well, what's the word? We're going to...
Cohabitating.
Perfect word.
I don't know, Becky. I don't think that's a good idea. Russ is... Well, I mean, I don't think he has your best interest at heart.
Look, Francis, there's something you have to understand, all right? I love Russ. I see his faults, but I love him still. This will be our little secret, okay?
Well, it's going to get out sooner or later.
Make it later. Here, save those for dinner.
Radiology. Dr. Reed, call radiology.
I'm glad you're awake, Jeff.
What should I say, Davidson? I'm thrilled to death.
I haven't come here tonight to preach.
I don't care why you came, only about when you leave. Well, what's it going to be? 2 out of 3 falls with a cancer patient?
Jeff, I want you to listen, that's all. Just listen.
Not like you have much choice, huh?
I've come to ask your forgiveness. We've been neighbors for over 3 years now, and I don't even know you. I've never taken the time to talk to you. Never invited you to dinner. I've never asked how you were or even cared. Jeff, I came here tonight to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was too busy. I'm sorry I was so concerned about myself that I forgot about you. I claim to be a Christian, yet that night that you came to my house drunk, I threw you out. Jesus said that as Christians we should love our neighbors as we love ourselves, yet that night I failed you, as I have many other times. I asked the Lord to forgive me, and he has. But he reminded me, I need your forgiveness too.
Yeah, it's okay. Sure, it's okay.
Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that.